you're 60 years old and you're looking back at your life, or you're on your deathbed. Just picture that, right? The old man in the rocking chair. You, 60, 70 years of age, sitting back on your rocking chair, on your front porch, and you're thinking. You're thinking about the life that you've lived, or haven't lived. So just sit on your rocking chair like I am now. I'm sitting on my wheelie chair, but no difference. And you look back at the life you have lived. Now think about the regrets. Think about the life you're currently living. Think about the life that you want and the life that you dream of. The actions, the things that you want to do that you've been putting off. How much regret will you have? How much regret will you have if you don't follow the life that you want? Do you understand me, right? It's a very interesting concept, but there's two people that you should constantly be thinking about. The 70-year-old man in the rocking chair and your 8-year-old self. Those two people, the younger 8-year-old, he wanted all these great things in life. He wants to make the most of his life. He has an idea in his head of what job he wants, what career he wants. He has an idea of the car he wants to drive, the house he wants to live. Then there's the 70-year-old on his rocking chair who's thinking back about the life he had, about the car he drove, the house he lived in, the career he had. Is he going to regret the life that he is currently living? Put him into your shoes. At 70 years of age, will you regret the path you're going down? This all comes back to one thing: fear, regret. They're the two things that play a major role. And it's very interesting because there's things that you want. There's a life that you want. And then there's the life that you have. And if those two aren't equating, then that's where you're going to run into issues down the line. You're going to have resentment for yourself because you're not aligning to who you actually are as a person. Do you understand me? The fear of regret. And it's very funny, right? Because we've spoken about regret in a past video. And since I was 4 years of age, I've been fighting, doing martial arts. I'm a 2nd degree black belt. I recently started Muay Thai. I got another injury. And I haven't went back since. Because as I've said, I've moved. So now I'm going to join a club up here. I was thinking about it, right? But if I'm just sitting around thinking about it, that's not actually doing it. That's just procrastination, right? And I was having a chat with somebody last night where we were talking about it. Martial arts and self-improvement, they're the two things that consume my everyday thoughts. Making myself the best version of myself. Right? Becoming the best version of myself. And part of that is fighting. I've been fighting my entire life. And obviously, fighting from 4 years of age without a proper break. Like, I stopped martial arts the summer of 2023, and then I picked up bodybuilding instead, right? But unfortunately, with bodybuilding, I just don't love it as much as I love fighting. Do you understand me? Fighting has always been there. Regardless of the fact that I've pulled every muscle in my leg over the years, I have ankle injury, I have issues with my teeth, I've broken my nose more times than anything. If you can notice, there's issues with this eye here, there's always like a shadow of a bruise on it, stuff like that, right? My ear, I have issues with everything. I've had more injuries, and martial arts, losing the world championships a couple of years ago really put a hit on my mental health as well, which then led me into a horrible situation with somebody that I wouldn't have gotten myself into otherwise, right? And it's very interesting how that works, right? But I wouldn't trade that for the world. When I'm 70 years of age, and I know I'm a great fighter, brilliant fighter, right? One of the best. I could be one of the best there ever was who done it. But there's only one actual proper way to figure that out, find that out. And that is to actually go for it. Do you understand me? Like, you don't want to live a life of regret. And no matter what life you choose, life is going to be hard. Life will always be hard, no matter what you do. The life you live at the moment is not without its problems. Trust me. Think about it. The life you're living right now has its problems. It does. So what makes you think that the life you could live is going to be much harder than that? You're going to improve yourself. You're going to get better as a person. You're going to adapt. You're going to adapt to different situations, and your stress tolerance and everything else is going to go levels up to what it is now, right? It's very interesting how that works, isn't it? So it's the exact same thing, except you're more equipped to deal with the problems the higher up you go. You don't want to regret not going for that life. Do you understand me? Like, it's very simple, to be honest. Like, if I don't start fighting again and see how far I can go in this, chances are I'm going to have huge regret when I'm older. And it's very interesting to think about. The rocking chair, right? That analogy I gave at the start. I heard it years ago. And again, it clicked for me this morning, which is very, very interesting, right? Because the rocking chair example that I gave, it's... One sec. So the rocking chair example I gave, as I said, only thought about it this morning and it clicked, right? As I said, I was having the conversation last night, and I'm going to give MMA, martial arts, another chance. Even though it's given me all these injuries, I still love it as a sport. Then there's other decisions that I didn't make, as I've said in other videos. And we'll see how things play out. Do you know what I mean? We'll see how things play out. But it's very interesting, right? The only way you're going to see how things play out is if you allow it to play out. And that means going after it. Because if you don't go for that girl you want, that career you want, You don't chase the body that you want. Like, we're only here for, on average, 70 to 80 years. So why are we wasting that away, working jobs we don't want, giving our time, most of our time, to jobs we don't want, settling for relationships we don't want? Like, I don't understand how that's so normalized. A lot of couples aren't happy. They might appear to be happy, but they're not. There's a lot of kids traumatized today because of their parents. Because the parents are in jobs they don't want and they don't like. And I'm all for men working jobs to provide for their family. But these people aren't even looking for a better life. They're just staying stuck in this one job for 40 odd years, working this job because they're used to working that job, because they've done it for so long. Then they decided, I need to settle down, have kids, get married. So they found a girl that was not A, their dream girl, and B, they weren't compatible. Now they argue all the time. Their kids are traumatized. They take out their anger on their kids, living lives they don't want. Like, am I stupid? Am I crazy that I don't want to live a life? Like, I want to live out my dream. So I'm taking actions now that are going to benefit me in the long term. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sacrificing much. I'm just sacrificing short-term pleasure. Like, I choose not to ejaculate today or tomorrow. Hold myself, wait till I meet or reconnect. And settle with the girl of my dreams. Like, I record these videos to help people on their self-improvement journey. And in return, in the next year or two, I'll get paid for this. Do you understand me? I train every single day to get better, to get fitter, to get healthier, to be able to do activities I want to do, to be able to fight as a full-time thing. Like, settling in life. We're only here for 80 years. And motherfuckers be like, nah, it's fine. I don't really like her, but she's grand. My boss, he's not too much of a dickhead. You know, don't really have the time to go to the gym or to learn a new hobby or start a side hustle. The wife wants to watch telly this evening. Like, fucking hell, like, you know, Like, people are, like, I'm not the crazy one. Like, people living the life, like, living lives that they don't want to be living. Like, of course you're depressed. Like, I would be depressed. Like, how is that concept even that foreign? Like, come on, like. Take actions today that are going to benefit you in the long term, tomorrow, next week. Don't do actions now that you're going to regret tomorrow. If you're in a job you don't like, if you're in a relationship with a girl you don't want to be with, break up with her, leave the job, try something new. You know what you want to do. You know what life you want to live. Take those small steps now. You want to learn a new skill? Join that club. You know what I mean? A lot of people have clicked off by now. You know? Ooh, helicopter. Anyway, I'm going to track that when I finish recording this video. But anyway, like, a lot of people have clicked off by now because they didn't want to hear this harsh truth. But you don't even have to start your own business. You know, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying escape the 9 to 5, woo! You know, like, if there's a career that you want to pursue, why are you not pursuing it? I've had this argument with someone before. One of my friends, I'm 20, right? He's 33. And all he does is give out about his job. We worked together. And he's a delivery driver. He drives the van. And all he'd done was give out about working in that place, doing that job. Oh, Mr. Dara, it would be so nice. It would be very, very nice, Dara, if I could not work this stupid job. And I tried to have a conversation with him, but he's too exhausted. He's 33. You know, I understand. Most of the people watching this video, you're between 18 and 24. 74% of my audience are between 18 and 24. So you're about my age. Like, I don't know about you, but I have unlimited energy. I have so much energy where I'm just go, 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 go. And if I need 5 minutes to relax, I'll take that 5 minutes to relax. You know, work hard, play hard. I'm not sacrificing much here. I record a few videos a day. Yeah, I took a few days off there. I had other priorities, blah, 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 whatever. Fine, right? That's fine. But I record videos for every day, right? Not only that, I do good habits. I practice working on myself. You know, I spend a lot of time on Twitter. But again, that's producing content. So I'm catching up on the news, which I could spend less time on Twitter, but like, I'm averaging about 20 posts a day. So, you know, I'm going to start streaming very soon. Stay tuned for that. I think we're going to start doing Kick live streams, because why not? You know, because like, there's more work I want to do. This is how much energy I have. I'm looking at this. I'm like, well, it wouldn't be worth it to post more than one video a day. I can't really post more on Twitter. Like, I'm averaging a post an hour. I'm sometimes doing 3 posts in the space of 10 minutes or more. You know, and there's times throughout the day, like, I take 2 hours away from my phone every single day. I just don't look at screens for 2 hours, and I actually go outside and do stuff. I know, shocker. But do you really, like, you have the time now. Like, you don't have much commitments between 18 and 24. You have the time. You know what I mean? Why not make the most of your life right now? Give it everything. Pursue the career that you want. Pursue the job, career, business that you want. Go after that body. Don't settle for a girl you don't want. Wait until you find a girl who perfectly matches you. I don't date unless I see myself marrying you. What would 70-year-old you say on that rocking chair if you keep living the life that you're currently living? Oh, oh yeah, I have such fond memories of when I was 20, going to nightclubs every week, getting some stinky hole. I definitely didn't make anything of myself when I was 18 to 24. So then, failed college. Uh, then I was 26. I realised, may start settling down. So I settled for a girl I didn't want. Oh, absolutely knocked her up. Now I have to find a job. Oh, sure, look, the job ain't that bad. Sometimes you're better off with your situation being worse than it actually is. But either way, now is the time to make something of yourself. You know what I mean? And there's no, but like, if you do 26, let's say you do a month or 2 months of just hard focused work where you level yourself up, you do whatever, you work on whatever work you need to work on for the career, business, or job you want, right? You keep working at that. You go to the gym, you do the right things every single day, it pays off eventually, right? 2 months, a month, right? Or 6 days, have an adventure, meet up with people, go on a date, you know, like you can still enjoy yourself living this lifestyle. The the disciplined lifestyle is more fun anyway. I enjoy my life more when I'm being productive, getting stuff done. You know, like as I said, I'm always looking for work to do on this. So I'm going to start a vlog channel, I'm going to start streaming, and we're going to combine it all together. I know my values, I know my morals, I know what I want. I'm going to chase it. I've unlimited energy. Unlimited energy. Dara's dirty little secret. Have one of them occasionally. They're actually nice. You know, like, as you know, I'm very strict on my health, but, sometimes you can indulge. You don't have to quit everything. But don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Work hard, play hard, but not like that. Work towards the future you want, but also try and meet new people. Have fun with your friends. Your high quality friends who are also on the same mission as you. Right. So, from today, I want you to analyze what career you want, what your ideal body looks like, and what your ideal woman looks like. And if all of that does not align to how your life is right now, then you know what to do. Change your situation. Think of the 70-year-old on the rocking chair. What life could you live to make him proud? That's how you have to think of it. What did my 8-year-old self, what life did he want me to live? And then you're going to become unstoppable. learn your values, learn your morals, and stand by it no matter what. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Mwah.